You know I can't help these, cause they know they can never touch these. So baby, let me talk my shit, or I might just throw another fit. You know I can't help these, cause they know they can never touch these. So baby, let me talk my shit, or I might just throw another fit. Can't help these, cause they know they can never touch these. So baby, let me talk my shit, or I might just throw another fit. You know I can't help these, cause they know they can never touch these. So baby, let me talk my shit, or I might just throw another fit. You know I can't help these, cause they know they can never touch these. So baby, let me talk my shit, or I might just throw another fit. You know I can't help these, cause they know they can never touch these. So baby, let me talk my shit, or I might just throw another fit.
NYYST. This is New York, Yankee sports talk. Swinging for the fences, knock it out the park. This is New York, Yankee sports talk. Christian and Chris, of course SGR. This is New York, Yankee sports talk. Homie, New York, Yankee sports talk. Record, rain or shine, grab your shades and umbrellas. NYYST, you're hanging with the fellas.
Welcome back. This is episode 318 of the NYYST podcast. I'm your host, Christian. We're live on NYYNewsTV. As always, I'm joined by my co-host, Chris.
You.
And SGR.
What up?
What's going on, fellas?
Not much.
Up, pal?
Just chilling.
Got a fun little show cooked up here tonight after we verbally rip Brian Cashman some more. Okay, we're going to actually do something that came to me while I was driving around the other day, and we're going to we'll get into the full rules of it later, but anybody that's in the chat now, please like and subscribe to NYY News TV. Like the video. Let's get all this out of the way early. If you are listening on Apple Podcasts, don't be a scumbag. Leave us a 5-star rating and review, okay?
Solid.
All right. And I have to give a shout out early on in the show to a very dear person, a person that means a lot to the NYYST podcast, the fellas. And that's somebody that goes by the name of Lizzie Tush. we have to just shout you out and say thank you for your
All right.
support. Okay, so
Okay.
thank you, Lizzie Tush, for everything. Okay, and I think there's another shout out that we have as well.
Okay, I do want to give a shout out. Okay, he had a name, a former name. Okay, but the Yankees recently acquire Carlos Rodon, so we have combined the two, and his Rodon Sicario shout out. Okay, the number one is a big supporter of the show. Okay, is Rodon Sicario. Go ahead.
Speaking of Rodon Sicario, he will be in attendance on April
Awesome,
1st
man.
for NYY News TV Day 2023 in the Audi Club. Listen, all right, this is not bullshit. This is not like, oh, we're trying to drive up ticket sales. This is the truth. We sold out the Audi Club. Okay, now the Yankees are being gracious. They've opened up a select number of tickets to the event. So if you are on the fence about going, know that probably by the end of the week, the select few tickets that the Yankees have opened up, they will be gone. So you'll be hanging out with us in the Audi Club. The whole entire NYY News TV team will be there. Okay, it's a 5-star menu up until the 7th inning. So I mean, this is going to be a pretty cool event. We're excited about it. The fans are excited about it. The initial tickets the Yankees opened up to us are gone. So Pete had to make a phone call today, got some extra tickets available. So if you want to go, if you're like, oh, I don't know, I'm telling you, once these extra tickets are gone, you're beat. You're shit out of luck, and you'll just have to pretend to know what it'll be like to have the awesome time that we're going to have on April 1st.
Wow.
Yeah. Shit.
And we got to say, too, about Don Sicario. Rodon Sicario.
Okay, Rodon. Okay.
I just messaged him in the chat before. I'm like, I don't expect you to be there because I didn't expect him to take a flight from Florida for the first event. But this dude is so committed and such a loyal listener and fan of the network.
Yeah.
Fucking dude's booking another flight.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome, man.
Like his family wanted to go on a vacation this summer and he said, no, I'm taking my time to go up and be with the fellas again.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
He did that hardcore one time. I don't know. I just remember that one time. Like he went like a real.
I got to find more audio for him. I actually have an idea for another drop. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Okay.
So I'm pretty excited about this. We're doing, I guess, for lack of a better term, we're just going to call it the Yankee Championship Draft. So the Yankees have won 5 World Series in our lifetime, 96, 98, 99, 2000, 2009. So we're each going to draft a team using the players from those rosters. The only caveat is if their numbers been retired in Monument Park or they're in the Hall of Fame, you can't use them. Okay, so it's going to take a little strategy.
Which eliminates the 96, 98, 99, and 2000 teams.
Well, it really doesn't. Okay, so that's why
it was actually. I got to say, can I praise you for a second?
Oh, okay.
That catch to this draft is what enticed me to really prepare for it. I really like that. It made it very challenging.
I like it. It's a good draft. It's a good idea. It's a good idea for a draft.
So Brian Cashman just recently, before we get into the draft, okay, right. Brian Cashman just recently celebrated, believe it or not, 25 years as Yankee general manager. Okay?
Wow.
25 years of being the senior vice president of baseball operations for the New York Yankees, which is, I mean, let's give him a round of applause, shall we? Clap it up for Brian Cashman.
No, thank you.
Usually, I mean, when you 25 years at your job, you know, they usually get you like a little plaque. You know, your coworkers, you know, they'll have a cake for you. But as Brian Cashman hits the 25-year mark, the only thing I want to do is take a look at that garbage can that's in front of me and fucking puke in it. Okay, that's what I want to do. And and you know what? If you listen to the show, okay, and you feel so compelled to leave us a 1-star review because we whine about Brian Cashman too much, then you know what? Go, as I said last week, go listen to all the sterile bullshit that's out there because there are podcasts and content creators out there that want to tweet puppy dog eyes for Gleyber Torres and tell you how they think Josh Donaldson's going to have a bounce back year. If you want that type of content, then go and find it. It is out there. But if you want people to be raw and to speak the truth and to give you their feelings, this is where it is. And we're not whining, you little bitch, about Brian Cashman. We're telling you that the job this guy has done has been unacceptable. This guy, and we've spoken about this numerous times, he took the keys from Hal Steinbrenner in 2016, got the Yankees to the doorstep of the World Series in 2017, and ever since then has not been able to put the finishing touches on this team. Now, you can come up with 100 different reasons why he can't do it. It's just that he's failing at his job. Is he not? Would that be a safe assumption to say?
Yeah, and here's the thing. Like, I embrace and encourage constructive criticism, but idiotic comments such as they're crybabies, all they do is whine about Brian Cashman, please stop and just talk about the team, it's just an uneducated take. First of all, because Brian Cashman is the leader of the team pretty much. So when we're talking about Brian Cashman, we are fucking talking about the team. And second, you're clearly not someone who listens to this show. Like, you clearly put on one fucking episode and then we're so fucking outraged because you're probably a fucking weak-minded person who gets offended over everything and just went right to the reviews. Look, I don't care about you. To be honest, you could leave 10 one-star reviews calling us crybabies.
Okay.
If you don't appreciate the show, I don't appreciate you.
Okay.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's fair to say. And look, we're negative sometimes, but it's just, we're
Give
we're
me something
true fans.
give me
Yeah,
something to be positive about.
That's
When
all.
when they signed Judge, we praised them. When they got Rodon, we fucking praised them. I actually have some words of credit for Cashman when we get to it. This show, actually, even though I hate his fucking guts.
Yeah.
But
I don't really hate him. I love him.
We call it how it is. Well, you're like
I'm a part of, he's a part of me.
You know how SNL loves when Trump, as much as they hated Donald Trump, they loved that he was president because they could do the impressions.
Yeah,
the
it's good
content.
material. Yeah.
So Cashman is content for you. So you need him to be GM.
Yeah, 25 good long years here, guys. It's been fun. We did get some ice cream cake. We are going to eat it later. But yeah, I've done nothing but good things. We've had unfortunate injuries. These last several opportunities have been plagued by injury.
A lot of Tommy John.
All about injury. Yeah,
a lot of Tommy
a lot
John.
of TJ, a lot of elball, a lot of shoulder.
A BJ for TJ?
BJ for TJ is a new T-shirt idea.
Big sexy Yankee with the super chat. Thank you. He said Cashman words. We had a hell of a run at it. Don't worry, dude. Thanks for the super chat.
Yeah,
we're getting to it. Or gal.
There.
I don't know. Big sexy Yank could be gal, could be dude. Don't want to offend.
Don't want to offend. That's for sure.
Don't offend.
We don't offend.
So, as everybody knows that's watching right now, and if you are one of our old school listeners that really hasn't made the jump to NYY News TV, but you still listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Pete Simonetti we refer to him as the Don of NYYST. This is his company. He has us here, and Pete breaks a lot of stories. Let's give him credit where credit is due. At the trade deadline, Pete was on top of everything, and earlier this weekend, his people told him, he's not Simonetti sources. I'm kidding for nothing. That surgery's not off the table for Frankie Montas, and if he has it, he's done for the year. Now, if you take a look at that, and that is something that I'm just almost at a loss for words here, that this guy, Brian Cashman, it's not like Scott. Look, I'll take it like this, right? Scott Efros came here. It looked like a decent trade. He would be a good bullpen on for the Yankees, and he was hurt. There was apparently, you're going to say there was no red flags involved when they traded for Scott Efros, and then he ended up getting hurt. Okay, fine. But there were red flags everywhere with Frankie Montas, they still pulled the trigger on this guy. And now there's the possibility that the Yankees might not have him for the entire year. I mean, at some point here, and it'll never happen, but at some point, the guy's got to be held accountable for the job that he's doing, does he not?
Who, Cashman or Montas?
No, Brian Cashman.
No, dude. Holding him accountable is out the window. He got a fucking, what was it, 4-year extension?
4 years. Yeah.
No, so no, you're wrong. He doesn't have to be held. That's the biggest frustration here. He's not. Who's going to hold him accountable? Us? Are we still going to go to games? We're still going to watch games? Yes.
Who's going to hold
Yankees' job to hold him accountable, which would have been letting him walk.
But
hiring someone
it's hard.
new.
It's hard to hold someone accountable when he himself doesn't hold himself accountable. That's what I'm most frustrated.
You know what?
With,
right? You're 100%
they don't hold
right.
themselves accountable.
You're 100% right. Even if they wanted to bring him back, fine. I would be more than happy if Brian Cashman would just hold himself accountable.
Yeah, I think that's a huge
100%.
play in New York sports.
Well, let me read this. Okay, there was actually 2 screenshots, but I only sent you guys one, and I think this one is the important one. Okay, Brian Cashman was at brunch or whatever it is that he fucking does in his free time with Omar Minaya, and this was
okay.
And it says,
okay.
This is Brian Cashman speaking. I'm like, well, to be quite honest, Omar, the truth was, in the end, we were 4 games short of a World Series appearance, but it felt like the way our fan base reacted and the press that we got knocked out in the first round. So you can't really remember sometimes reality versus the perception. And the perception was we didn't do well. The reality was we had a hell of another run at it, but fell short. But that's just the New York market. Brian, let me explain something to you, bro. I know you're not that fucking stupid. I really know. I know deep down inside that you're not that stupid to think that you can sell that. No. Let me backtrack here, because there are 2 sides of Yankee fandom. Okay, there's 2 sides of it. There's us, and then there's the puppy dog eyes tweeters. Okay, you know who they are. You know who we are. There's the Yankee fans out here like us that are sick and tired of bullshit, sick and tired of being gaslit, and we're out here using our platform to call it out and hope that something changes. And to a degree, the Yankees they listen, but they still know that they don't have to go all the way, because they still have these people out here tweeting heart emojis for Gleyber Torres and being like, Aaron Hicks was in the cage on Sunday. Good. I would hope that Aaron Hicks is in the fucking cage a week before spring training starts. I would hope that after a 646 OPS season, this guy's trying to better himself.
Hope they fucking lock him in there and don't let him out. Hope they fucking lock him in the cage and don't let him out for the season. Okay.
I would really hope that Aaron Hicks is doing everything in his power to not be a fucking bum again next year. Okay, he doesn't get fucking points for being in the batting cage on a Sunday where there's no football. Number one, okay. If he did it during the Super Bowl, maybe I'd give him a little fucking credit.
Yeah.
Okay. So Brian Cashman knows that he has a section of what happened.
Nothing. That was just funny to me, because it was like, if it was on Super Bowl Sunday, then maybe that would be a little respectful.
Brian Cashman knows that he has this section of the fan base that he could literally sell a shit popsicle to, and they would look it up and eat it and tell him it was the greatest thing ever. Okay. Ew. That's why you see people on social media
ketchup popsicle.
Oh, Wash Donaldson. Oh, they don't call him Wash Donaldson because they don't believe he's washed up. Oh, Josh, he was just hurt last year, and he's going to bounce back, and he's going to have a 25 home run, 800 OPS season. Yeah, okay. Keep fucking selling yourself that bullshit. And that's why the fucking general manager comes out there and says, oh, the perception was that we came up very short and we had a bad year, but we were damn close. You fucking idiot. You got swept by the Houston Astros. Like, that's what you mean by saying you came up 4 games short. You made it to the ALCS and you didn't win one game. You didn't win one friggin' game. So every year you face the Astros, you fare worse than you did the previous time. So why doesn't the fan base have a right to be upset over that? Why don't we have? Tell me, Brian. Tell me, why shouldn't I be mad that in 2017 when you took a nothing team, a team of rookies and nobody, and Jacoby Ellsbury was on that fucking team, you had 2 chances to go to the World Series, and then when you told us in 2019, that's our year. That's the year we're ready to compete. You took them to 6 games, and then in 2022, when you had your ace and you had the MVP and you had all these, you got swept. So tell me,
Crazy.
Brian.
Here's the thing, right? It's beyond what you said that he doesn't hold himself accountable. He not only doesn't hold himself accountable, he fucking goes above and beyond and blames the fans or other people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, honestly, putting aside the fact that they've regressed against the Astros year after year, who cares? Who cares that you made it to the ALCS? What does that prove? Is that good enough for you? Did that put hardware on the shelves? Did you take home a pennant? A World Series title? Did you have a parade at fucking Canyon of Heroes that I missed? You didn't win shit. Not only did you not win shit, you didn't even win a game. So, I mean, it's beyond. I don't mean to cut off the segment in the middle, but I don't want to miss out. We got 3 super chats in the middle of all that.
Oh boy, 3. Okay.
So real quick before we
fans
get back into it,
fans are riled up at them
because then they go away, and I had to screenshot 2 of them. So first was our boy Ra. Thank you, Ra.
Okay, Ra.
He said, my brothers, look at this track record starters that Brian Cashman traded for. J Hap, we don't say that name on the show. Sonny Gray, we also don't say that name on the show.
All right.
Frankie Montaz, pretty close to not saying that name on the show. James Paxton, someone I'll give him a pass for.
I give him a pass for trading for Hap.
Correct.
I don't give him a pass.
For Hap? Oh, yeah, that was a good trade.
The re-signing of J Hap was a disaster.
And then Michael Pine, not one of these guys has a career ERA below 4. That's true. Big Sexy Yankee again. Thanks again for the super chat. He confirmed he is a dude.
Okay.
Nice.
Cashman says these stupid statements thinking that just because he went to an Ivy League school that we're stupid to believe that comment. I actually like that because when they were showing the video of him from 25 years ago, the only thing I could think of was what a fucking nerd. Like all Brian Cashman was a fucking nerd.
He went to the Catholic
never got
University
laid.
of America.
He never got laid once.
That's where he went to school.
Not once. And the only reason why he has a family is because he's famous for being general manager of the Yankees. And one last one, Li Yankee King. What's up, Li? He said, so can Li get his flowers for calling Cash a bottom 5 GM since 2018? Because look at all the moves this GM has made. Look,
that's
said
tough for me to put him bottom 5, though.
No, but here's the thing. We've been saying for how long that 2016 marked when Brian Cashman would start his legacy, because all the years prior, you had an owner who...
I'm going to hit Li with the Stone Cold Stunner at the event, okay?
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
You had all years prior, you had an owner who got involved and made the moves himself. And then up until 2016, those moves were really kind of holding the team back because they were such big contract. Guys were getting old. They just had won a World Series in 2009. So 2016 marked Brian Cashman's real start to making this team and organization his own. And he's been fucking terrible.
You know what stuns me the most about Brian Cashman's comments there about he's like, we had a hell of a run at it. Like, yeah, you're not fucking Rudy, Brian. You're the goddamn New York Yankees, all right? Okay. And since 2017, when we started, there's one of our biggest pet peeves is what, Chris? If George was alive, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to be a hypocrite here. I'm going to use it.
Oh, man. Full circle.
What you fucking came up under George Steinbrenner. I could understand if this was a new young GM that didn't have the George DNA in him, that didn't work with George Steinbrenner, and he was saying this shit. You've been with the organization since 1986. You've been general manager since 1998. You had the heyday of fucking George Steinbrenner, who himself, what was the famous quote? I value winning only second to breathing, or vice versa. It was however he said it, right?
Something like that, yeah.
That it's World Series or bust. You worked with this man. You worked with this man intimately. And this is how, what I don't understand. If this was Joe Smith that they hired from fucking Jerk Off University to be the general manager, and he was like, well, guys, we got to the LCS, we had a good year. I'd be like, you know what, you're a fucking moron, but you didn't grow up with George Steinbrenner. You didn't work with George Steinbrenner. So I understand why you think that maybe that being one of the final four teams left is good. But Brian, you were under George Steinbrenner. What do you think this man would be fucking saying to you right now if he heard you say this shit, that getting swept by the Astros was having a hell of a run at it? No, having a hell of a run at it. Like, let's say the 1998 Yankees were in the World Series and you got to them and you got beat in 5 games. Maybe I could say you had a hell of a run at it, or you took the greatest team of all time to 7 games. That's a hell of a run at it. You didn't even look like you belonged on the same field as the Houston Astros. And there's only one person to blame for that. It's not DJ LeMahieu's toe. It's not fucking Andrew Benintendi's handmade bone. It's not Frankie Montas's shoulder. The only person to blame for the fact that Yankees don't look like they belong on the same playing field as the Houston Astros is Brian Cashman. And he can sell all you fucking idiots this line of bullshit that, Aaron Hicks, we know there's talent in there. Yeah, there's a lot of talent in there. All right. Yeah, this is his fucking talent right here.
Right.
Josh Donaldson, we know he's better than that. Yeah, he's so much better. What is he going to hit? 13 home runs this year?
Maybe.
Yeah, he can sell all you guys that shit. I've been watching this team long enough to know that Aaron Hicks is a fucking bum. Josh Donaldson, there's a reason why we call him Wash Donaldson, okay? There is a reason. Brian Cashman is the sole reason the Yankees are not competing with the Houston Astros, okay? You want to say, oh, well, 99 wins, 102. No. When it comes to nut cutting time, when it's time to put your balls on the fucking field and show where the men are, the Yankees consistently come up fucking short because of the general manager. And I love Michael King. And this is a quick aside. I love Michael King, man. I think he's going to be a fucking beast for the Yankees. But the fact that he went out of it, he did an interview and he was taking shots at the fans. It's weak-minded bullshit.
Man.
Yeah.
It's weak-minded bullshit. All because of one person. Brian Cashman put it in a weak fucking minded individual in charge of the 26 men that wear the Yankee uniform. And that's Aaron Boone, is a fucking weak-minded individual hired by Brian Cashman. So once again, pull it all together. Brian Cashman is the reason the New York Yankees will not and have not competed with the Houston Astros. And every single, let me just finish real quick, please. And I'll tell you this. I'll rip Brian Cashman until I fucking pass out and drop dead on the floor. But like an asshole, on March 30th, I'm going to sit there and root for this fucking team and pray to Lord Jesus that whatever it is that he did will work. If Wash Donaldson is the third baseman, I'm going to say, our Father who art in heaven, please let this guy not be a fucking bum and hit 25 home runs this year, okay? And I'm going to lead. It's the blind leading the blind. Brian Cashman is blind, and I will just give my blind faith to this fucking team because that's what I do. But you know what? Brian Cashman and Brian Cashman alone is the reason this team is not competing with the Houston Astros. And that's all. That's what it comes down to.
Okay.
If Roger Maris were alive, what would
If
he say
Roger
to Brian
Maris
Cashman?
were alive,
What would he say to Brian Cashman?
You're Brian Cashman, for Christ's sake.
You're Mickey Mantle, for Christ's sake. What's that supposed to mean, huh? What the fuck's that supposed to mean?
Winning is the most important thing in my life after breathing. Breathing first, winning next. George Steinbrenner.
so I had it in the right order.
Yeah, you were in the realm.
You were there. Close enough.
Okay, first is breathing. Okay, then is winning. Okay, Close third.
Notice that
okay.
Hal wasn't on that list.
Close third is Diet Coke. Okay.
Close, and then about fifth is my kids. Okay. How? Okay.
No, you know what, Christian?
Hank.
You're 100% right. I never thought of it like that. That like Brian Cashman was probably more of a son to George Steinbrenner than his own fucking kids,
Yes,
right?
dude. That's where they bonded. That's where
But
him
like,
and Hal
here's the
bonded.
thing, right? Does this prove even further how big his ego is and how much it gets in the way that instead of following in his mentor's footsteps, the second he's in the grave, he turns this fucking
It was
organization
a rebel.
into a fucking statistical robotic nothingness who is just happy with getting swept in the fucking ALCS. Like, what a fucking disgrace, man. What a disgrace.
Look, and it's not to continually, knock Brian Cashman but you know what? When you come out and you say that, it's mind-boggling to me that you think that it's okay that you got swept in the ALCS. It's not okay, Brian. And yeah, this is what the problem is. And the Yankees know, the Yankees aren't stupid. They just know that we are. And there's two types of stupid, as I mentioned. There's a stupid like us that, you know what? We're in our 30s now. It's in our blood. We're just dumb assholes that are going to follow this team no matter what. Okay, it is what it is. And Chris, you and I, we're dads now, and we've passed it on. So
yeah,
like,
unfortunately,
Okay.
they know. Okay, they got us.
Sorry,
Go
thought you were done.
ahead.
We had 2 super chats again.
Man, more super chats?
Yeah, we got brother Brandon. Thank you for the super
Okay.
chat.
Brother love.
He said, when you get clapped by the Astros 3 times, I will be upset. To get swept by them is embarrassing. I have a right to be tight. That's a good one, too.
Ooh.
A right to be tight.
Right.
We are the New York fucking Yankees. He didn't say fucking, but I added that because it needed it. And I agree with you 100%. Then we got another one from Big Sexy Yankee.
Man.
Again, a dude. Okay.
Okay.
He said, swept by the Astros in the ALCS, and looks like we're going with the same lineup because we don't want to acquire Reynolds because don't want to give up our next Mike Trout.
Well, I read something from the Pittsburgh GM today is that they're not really interested in trading him.
Well, look,
Man,
dude,
they're fucking garbage.
you can
Dumpster fire.
read between the lines when it comes to that. Look at the extension they gave him or offered him or whatever.
Yeah.
And then look at the value they're trying to put on him on the market.
Mm-hmm.
What they offer him some bullshit contract,
yeah,
but then they want every big name prospect imaginable. Like, come on.
I like Brian Reynolds. I do. Don't get me wrong. I think he'd be great for this team, but I'm willing to draw a line for Brian Reynolds. Like, you can't have my top 3 prospects for him. I'm just sorry. Like, you know how I am with prospects, but you can't have Dominguez, Volpe, and fucking Peraza for Brian Reynolds. I'm not doing it.
No, because he's not a game changer. Like we said, at this point, it's more important to just get rid of Hicks than it is to necessarily bring in a big left fielder.
And as I was saying, okay, you got us. We're the stupid number 1, and the stupid number 2 is the younger part of the fan base. The whole participation trophy era kids that come up here and think it's cute that Gleyber Torres is on Instagram and that they like to be sold all this bullshit that like, oh, you guys are so mean to Wash Donaldson last year. He's really not that bad. No, he is. I mean, come on now. Let's be realistic. Yeah. Oh, let's give credit for Aaron Hicks for trying. No, we're not giving him credit for fucking trying. Nah. I'll give him credit if he goes out there and hits 20 home runs this year and bats 260. I'll give him fucking credit for that. That's what I'll give him credit for. And in fact, you know what? I don't even want him to go that far. I don't want to give him the opportunity to hit fucking 20 home runs for the Yankees this year. I'm tired of looking at him. Mm-hmm. And that, that's the whole thing, bro. Like people don't want to be told the fucking truth. That's why they're like, oh, you guys want? No, we're telling you the fucking truth. Like I said, there's a lot of people out there that want to sit there and butter everybody's ass up and be like, oh, everything's fucking great. It's not everything is great. Everything is not great with the Yankees. I love this team to fucking death. I'll die being a Yankee fan. There's just I'll tell you the truth. I can't even think of anything this team could actually do other than literally like, punching my kid in the face, like somebody from the organization punching my kid in the face, if that would get me to not be a fan of this team. But at the same time, like, I'm going to sit here and tell you that this team is not being run fucking properly. 99 wins and getting embarrassed in the fucking ALCS, like, that's not a good year. That is not a good year. I have certain expectations for this team. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I've been on this show the last couple of weeks, like in the last month or so, being like, yeah, 9 wins in a playoff victory for the Giants. I'm fucking happy about it. Yeah, because they've been the worst fucking team in the NFL for the last 10 years. So when they show improvement like that, I'm going to be happy about it. But the Yankees have been sniffing around this for fucking 6-7 years
and
now.
Regressing.
Like, when are we going to get over the fucking hump here?
And regressing. And it's like, you finally think they're getting over the hump. They make some decent moves. They kind of flirt with the idea that they care and that they're going to be serious. And then it's just like they disappear. They go camping on a street corner for charity and they don't come back. They don't wake up. And it's really frustrating. It really is. It really fucking is, man.
I hold the Yankees to a different standard. Okay. I just do. Like, you know, after 2016, the Yankees would have been a 75-win team. I would have been all right with it because you're selling me something now. You're selling me a process here. But, you know, after every year that you're continually still telling me that you're a World Series caliber team, eventually you have to be a World Series caliber team. You can't keep selling this bullshit to everybody. They're gonna, because like I said, they're gonna have both portions of the fan base are equally stupid for different reasons. But, you know, you gotta, and look, this is the thing about Brian Cashman, right? People are like, oh, he's a prospect hugger, but is he really? Because he does make a fair amount of trades. The problem is that he doesn't pull the trigger on the right trades.
Mm-hmm.
He'll trade guys in the worst possible trades. Like, dude, this whole Frankie Montas thing, even if Frankie Montas does come back after 6 weeks or whatever it is, you made a fucking terrible decision by trading for a guy that you knew was hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, real quick, another super chat from Anonymous, someone in the Witness Protection Program. Okay.
Okay.
He said,
like the Veritas project?
They didn't put it in the super chat, but then they followed up with the chat. So I'm going to read it.
Okay.
Cashman wouldn't give up Nunez or Nova for Cliff Lee and immediately fucked us in the ass. Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Definitely would have won it all in 2010. Yeah, I don't remember back then if the Cliff Lee shit was smoke or if that was legit.
I'll be honest, if I'm going off memory here, I was on vacation when that deal was basically agreed to. And at the last second, who had Cliff Lee at the time?
Either the
Seattle.
Phillies or the Indians, no?
They pulled out of the
Seattle. Yeah, you're right.
Seattle had him, right?
Yeah, Yankees were set to offer Jesus Montero, David Adams, and Zach McAllister in exchange for Lee.
That deal was basically done, and at the last second, Seattle pulled out, and they took the Texas Rangers offer because they wanted more from the Yankees. And, you know, again, this and/or shit, like what we talked about with Garrett Cole, like you could have Andujar or Frazier, you can't have them both. Now, you know, hindsight being what it was, and probably at the time too, you should have traded both of them to get Garrett Cole. You know, and the same thing, if the Yankees would have backed up Cliff Lee with CC Sabathia with Cliff Lee in 2010 instead of having to face him in the ALCS, I mean, you know, we could be looking at, we might be screaming about we haven't won a World Series since 2010.
Yeah. Another super chat from Big Sexy Yankee. He said, "Are we seriously going with Hicks in left field?" Wow, yeah, dude, it's pretty bad. I don't know if you're ready to move on yet, but I do have a question for you.
Okay, you can ask the question.
You know, it was brought up by someone. I read it on Twitter, and I was thinking about it. Like, if the Yankees aren't going to move Torres, which it sounds like maybe they're thinking about it, or
I heard that him
on the
and
block.
IKF are on the trade block right now.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
what I'm hearing.
all
But
about.
who knows? Again, it'll be another thing where Cashman overvalues and doesn't get anything for them. But if that's the case, and if Wash Donaldson's truly our starting third baseman, where does DJ LeMahieu play?
Oh, that's an issue, isn't it?
It's a pretty big one.
A healthy DJ LeMahieu should be a starter on this team. Would you agree with that?
It's not even a question.
Okay. So that means you have to trade either Wash Donaldson or Gleyber Torres.
How about this? It doesn't have to be every game. Doesn't have to be a lot of games, but it could be enough games where it makes a difference. How about the guy who we think will die if he steps on the field, even though every time he steps on the field, he makes amazing plays? How about Stanton is our left fielder, and DJ is either a utility guy or DHs or so on and so forth, fills in when guys need off in the infield, and then when Stanton can play in the outfield, he DHs. How about that?
Yeah, but you really think the Yankees are going to say this John Carlos Stanton?
Why?
When has he done
Because because you want to know the serious answer? They'd rather play Aaron Hicks.
Then
they'd rather play Aaron Hicks.
Then unfortunately I agree with that statement. Then having John Carlos Stanton play 120 games in left field, they would rather play Aaron Hicks. Yes,
give me 100. Give me 100. You don't think he can give 100? He's a much better player when he fucking is playing the field consistently. He seems a lot more into every pitch. Big Sexy Yankee again with the super chat. He said D-backs have an abundance of outfielders. Why not call them? I think I heard that they did. Fucking Rob, man. Rob with another super chat. We're getting a lot of super chats to show. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
The Yankees will always be 2 years away from being 2 years away. I'm sick of it. And Chris Nunez held up that Cliff Lee deal. Shake my head. Thank you. Got another friggin' super chat from brother Brandon.
Brother Love.
He said, born in the Bronx, moved to Texas. I went to the ALCS game 1 when JD was up to bat all 3 times. It was deflating. If I see JD, it's actually WD. Wash Donaldson at third. I'll go insane. And it looks like Zach Brownish.
WD-40.
Gifted 1 NYY News TV memberships. Wow. Thanks, Zach. You're the man, bro.
Cool. Okay, everybody that's left super chats is the man or woman, whatever
you want to identify as.
Okay, whatever it is, we thank you. Okay.
Let's have a little fun now, shall we?
Okay. Let's do it. I'm pumped.
Let's do it.
All right. So, if you're just joining us now, okay, in the live chat, again, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. All right, please do that. We're doing the Yankee Championship Draft. Okay, so I think. I would say 99% of us, or maybe even 100%, have only been alive for starting with the 96 World Series. Maybe somebody remembers 78. If I don't remember it, I doubt anybody listening does. Okay. So here's what we're doing. You take the rosters from 96, 98, 99, 2000, 2009, the last 5 World Championships. We're going to draft a team. You get 2 starting pitchers, a reliever, all 8 positions. There's no set outfield. Okay, so you don't have to pick a right fielder. You can draft 3 outfielders. You're right with that?
No, I'm waiting for you.
And the DH. All right. Now the DH you have to draft after you filled out all your position players.
And it could just be any position player.
Any position player. It doesn't have to be a primary DH. You don't have to draft your pitchers. You can fill out all your positions and then do your DH and still have your pitchers left.
Right.
Okay. So here are the official rules. All right. Okay. Here we go. Let me pull this up here.
How'd you pull it up? Let me just say real quick. If anyone leaves us another super chat for the remainder of the show, we appreciate it. And we will read it, but not until after. I'll save them and read them after the draft is complete.
All right, so a player is ineligible to be drafted if his number is retired by the Yankees or is a Hall of Famer. So, for like a Wade Boggs type,
Love it.
Okay. All right, so we already went over it. You can only draft your DH after you drafted all your position players. If a player was primarily a DH but played another position, you can draft him at the position. Example of who we just talked about. John Carlos Stanton, who plays left field but is primarily a DH, you can draft him to be an outfielder.
If you were on one of those years of a team.
Right. I'm not using people that are eligible to be drafted because, like you said, you don't want to call attention to it.
Right.
Okay. So I'm going to write all our names on a piece of paper.
Here we go. I'll tell you right now who's going to get first pick.
What does that say?
Chris.
It's going in my little Giants helmet.
Okay. Well, you might as well just give SGR the first pick because
Why do you say
everything's
that?
rigged.
I never
Everything's
get first
rigged.
picked. I never get the first pick.
All right, what does that say right there?
SGR.
SGR.
Throw it in the tub. All right, and then all right, so that's my name, right? Correct.
Okay. Okay. Show the camera, and then shake them up
Pick them up. All
and
right.
pick them. Do not let your hand after you pick it. Do not let your hand out of the camera, out of
All
the
right, ready?
out of view.
All right, I got number 1 here. Okay.
Okay,
Can I put
okay.
the helmet? Can I
Put the helmet down. You can put the helmet down.
Okay. All right, first pick. It's me.
Oh,
Bullshit.
is it really you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Unreal. Well, fucking rigged.
How did I
All right,
cheat?
next
Because
pick.
you put
watched
yours
it.
right on top, and then
No,
you
Yeah,
fake fucking
not a lot of
jumbled
shuffling going on.
It's all right, man. You need a win once in a while.
All right, here we go. Ready? Here's number
Right.
2.
Yeah,
It's all come out.
First with number 2.
It's SGR with number 2.
Okay.
Bullshit, bro.
I mean, it's a snake draft, so you're in a good
All right,
position.
all
at
right,
3.
bro.
That's
All right.
true. Snake draft. That's actually good.
All right. Let's
All
do
right,
it.
so we're ready to go. Let's try to be a little bit speedy with
Yeah,
this.
I'm
Yeah,
going
yeah.
as fast as possible. I'm not really.
Let's go.
All
good.
right,
I got
all
all my
right.
guys ready. I'm ready to go.
With
I
my
don't.
first pick of the draft, my third baseman, Alex Rodriguez.
I'll tell you what, that's a
Ah.
stupid move by you. That was going to be my question was if the player played primarily at another position before coming to the Yankees, can you draft him at
I
that
was gonna ask
position?
that too.
Because there's not a lot of shortstops to choose from.
Oh, that
And I would have
it,
drafted him first as my shortstop. So,
well. I mean, you have, as I said, you have earlier when I said, or no, did I say this off air? So like with Doc Gooden, right? You know, you got to try to draft these guys as you remember them as Yankees. Okay, so like you thinking that you're going to draft Doc Gooden, thinking you're getting 86 Doc Gooden. It's not really in the spirit of what we're doing here.
right.
So
right.
Alex Rodriguez is not a fucking shortstop with the Yankees, and if you look at it, I mean that's a pretty good number 1 pick, taking A-Rod off the board
Of
right
course,
there.
it's the obvious, and
Yeah, that
And-
was gonna be my pick.
there's no other first pick to take at that point.
All right,
All right,
SGR.
Hit me with the rocket.
To-
Roger
let me tell you
Clemens.
something. Best 2 first picks because they should be Hall of Famers.
Right.
All right,
I
you're
agree.
taking one of your starting pitchers is Roger Clemens.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay, fellas, I'm gonna draft a first baseman. Okay,
Okay.
and that's gonna be number 25. Okay,
Mark
Mark
Teixeira.
Teixeira.
Okay.
Okay, Chris takes Tex, so that's a good first round right there. Okay,
Yeah.
A-Rod, Roger Clemens, and Mark Teixeira.
Again.
Okay, Chris, back up here with the snake.
Okay, with the snake draft. Okay, I am going to take. Should I take a start now? I'm gonna take a second baseman
Okay,
as my number 2 pick. Robinson Cano.
yeah, that's a good pick. You have to take Robbie Cano as your second baseman. Okay, SGR.
Well, I already got my ace. So let me go in an outfielder.
Outfielder.
Hideki Matsui.
You're a bastard.
Sorry.
That's a good pick. I mean, that was
Most clutch when it matters. Gotta go, my boy.
I'm snaking here, so to close out the second round, I'm taking my ace. I'm taking CC Sabathia. Okay,
Okay. Good move. Good move.
and for my, you know what? I'm gonna pull my first baseman here, and I'm gonna take Tino Martinez.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Tino.
Oh my god, I was thinking they retired his number this past
They
year.
did not retire his number.
Motherfucker, man. I would have taken Tino over Ted. Everyone's saying Tex over Tina. That's all right. I'm good with Tex. man.
I would go with Tex over Tino.
I like Tex's power hitter.
All right, SGR.
Who's up now?
You're up.
Me?
Yeah, doggy.
The big gun? Do we go with I'm going another pitcher, man. I'm gonna lock down the rotation and go David Cohn.
Good pick. Good pick. Okay,
Okay.
Chris.
I'm gonna take my first pitcher. Yeah. My ace, Chen Ming
Wow.
Wang.
All right.
Okay, you're taking the Wonger. Okay, now you snakes back to you. Okay.
Okay. And for my second pick. I'm gonna have to go with. Let's see. I'm gonna have to go with a third baseman here. I think it's a smart move. I'm gonna go Scott Brocious.
Scotty
Mm.
Bro at third. Okay. SGR.
One of my favorite Yankees. Do already have an outfielder, and the infield's not looking good, but I gotta draft him. Johnny Damon.
Johnny
Okay.
Damon, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. That's your outfielder?
Yeah.
Okay. Johnny Damon. Okay.
Oh, okay. Shit.
All right. I'm looking at. I don't know where to go right now because, like they said, this is where
Pettit was retired, right?
Pettit is retired.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
That's someone's saying Cone over Pettit, but Pettit's
Pettit's retired.
yeah,
Here's
not
where the.
eligible.
Pettit's a retired number. Can't
Yes.
draft him.
All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. Right. I'm gonna close out my rotation with maybe since Andy Pettit's not available with the biggest big game pitcher the Yankees have ever had in El Duque. Okay.
Oh,
And
This draft didn't go my way.
you know what, dude? Just because I'm on the board and there are no real catchers available, I'm taking Joe Girardi.
ew.
Loser.
Yeah, well, good luck trying to find a catcher, bro.
I got a better one than that.
No, you don't.
Absolutely, I do.
Kind of want to go with the guy who could play all over. I think he could play a little infield too. Oh, but this is risky. So I got, yeah, fuck it. Give me Nick Swish,
Where?
first base.
He's eligible.
Yeah, he
You're gonna
played a
put him
lot at first base.
can put him at
Well,
first.
where else? Where else?
You
It's
can
just
put him
first
in
base
the
or
outfield.
outfield, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
You
going
put him in
first
the
base.
outfield. You're
First
gonna
base.
put him first base for Nick
Yeah.
Swisher. Okay,
Yeah.
Chris.
All right, I need an outfielder here. So I'm gonna go with Alfonso Soriano.
Oh, how did we forget
Ooh,
fucking Soriano?
fuck.
Wow. That's
Well,
bad. That's a bad
What
job.
team?
On our
But
part.
what team was he on though? A World Series team?
Oh,
He
you
was on-
can't. Is he on the two? No,
Yes,
you can't
dude,
draft him.
No,
Dude, I did my homework. Okay, I did
If
my
he's
homework.
he was on what? He was on what
He's
World
he's
Series
listed
roster,
as
Chris?
he's listed on the 2000 roster. He played
Thank you.
22 games
Thank
All
you.
I didn't know.
as a second baseman, though. I shouldn't let you take him as the outfielder.
No, he played majority of his time in the outfield.
With the
And I need a
Yankees?
reliever here. I need a reliever. I'm torn between two. I got to be honest. But I'm going to go with a guy who give me David Robertson, man.
All right, David Robertson. Okay, that's a good pick. Good pick. All right, Brian. Jesus.
Oh shit, man! I haven't been really keeping up with this. Give me fucking Wetland.
Johnny Wetland. That
Johnny
you're gonna put him
Wet.
as your
Johnny Wet.
closer.
Yeah.
Johnny Wet, man.
You know what? I'm gonna close out my pitching staff here. So I'm gonna take my reliever, Jeff Nelson. All right.
Okay, that's a good pick. Okay.
So now here's the tricky part. Here is where do I go?
Surprised no one took Jabba or Mendoza.
Ew.
Mendoza, yeah. It was between Nelson and Mendoza for me.
Anthony Medina just said Graham Lloyd. He was on my list at first because I
Yeah, but
fucking love that
I-
dude. He was nuts. But
I like what do you call it better, though, to be honest with you.
okay.
Fuck. I have a third baseman. Fuck, where am I going? I need an outfielder, right? Shit. This is where it gets tricky now because you're looking at guys that you can't
So
freaking draft.
I'm all prepared. I have an Excel spreadsheet printed out and everything.
You know what? Give me. I know. I fuck it. Should I do it? I'll take. You know what? I'm going to take Melky Cabrera in the outfield.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. Yeah.
Ooh. Why not
No, don't say anything because I still have the
Well,
drives out.
it's Ryan's turn. He can say whatever he wants.
Oh, yeah.
jeez. You
Sorry.
don't say anything. Well, let me see. I'm gonna just get my although I don't know if this guy would even get drafted. Give me let me see here. Ooh. Oh. Jimmy Key.
All right, so Ryan, you can't take Jimmy Key.
Jimmy Key is not eligible.
He was on a 96 team, and Ryan can't draft a pitcher because he has all his pitchers.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was three starting pitchers. It's two. My mistake.
That's okay.
Okay. I need an infielder, but they all suck.
How was my boy Mariano Duncan? Was he anything good?
For the Yankees, he was okay.
What do you think? Take him?
Yeah, take him.
Take him.
Take him.
Give me fucking. What about who you think's better, Duncan or Chuck Knobloch?
Chuck Knobloch.
Give me Nobbies.
Nobby at the second base.
Second base, Knobloch.
Chucky Nobby.
All right, Chris, you got back-to-back picks here.
All right, with back-to-back picks, I'm going to get my catcher off the board, but I'm going to take him second because he doesn't deserve the first pick.
Okay.
So I'm going to take an outfielder here. And I'm going to take him because as a kid, he just was the epitome of some of the biggest, a couple big postseason moments. I'm going with David Justice.
David Justice, that's fair. I mean, okay. And who's
with my second pick as a catcher, I am taking my boy, Jimmy Leyritz.
I knew you were going to take him there.
Oh, man, Jim Leyritz kills people.
Okay, drinks and kills people. Okay.
Okay.
I still don't know.
All right, so I still need a shortstop and a catcher and a third baseman.
You need a catcher, third baseman, a shortstop, an outfielder, and then you can draft your DH. So your last pick will be your DH since you filled it.
All right, give me give me fucking. You already got Melky in there. Man, I don't know. Ooh.
My outfield is gonna suck because you guys took a.
Me. Where did Luis Soho play? I might throw him in
everywhere, dude. Everywhere. He played first base, second base, third base, shortstop.
I could put him in my infield somewhere.
Yeah.
All right. Give me Luis Soho.
At shortstop.
Yeah, fuck it.
All right.
That leaves me with one shortstop to take. Who's up, me or you?
No, it's my turn.
Right?
I got back-to-back picks here. Fuck you, dude. I'm taking Bernie Williams and
yeah, okay.
All right, so I definitely don't need these fucking pitching things anymore, right? Who do I like? I need an outfielder, right? I want to get an outfielder here. All right. Oh, okay. Dude, how did I pass this up? I'm taking two outfielders. Tim Raines.
Oh my god.
Oh, we can't take Tim Raines. He's in the fucking Hall of Fame.
He's in the Hall of Fame, dude. Can't.
Fuck. All right, and then I have to do it, even though I really don't want to. I got to take Darryl Strawberry.
Ooh, man.
I need name value. I need name value, bro. Darryl brings name value, even though he wasn't that great as a Yankee. And I got to take another pick here, all right? Who should I go with? I need because you're right though, because that middle infield is going to be fucking. Oh, dude, this middle infielders. You didn't take Mike Figa as your catcher, Chris?
I didn't even see his name. I passed right over.
Oh shit, dude. Give me somebody that. You know what? He was a starting second baseman on a '96 team. I'm taking Mariano Duncan as my second baseman.
I was gonna snag him up.
All right, Ryan, you're up.
Give me one of 3 brothers in the league.
That's a good
Jose
one. I like
Molina.
that. I do like that as catcher. Yep,
Yeah,
I
he's
do.
my catcher.
Okay. Chris, you got back-to-back picks here.
Okay. I'm gonna round out my outfield, I believe. Give me. You know what? I gotta take him. Give me the Brett Gardner.
Oh man, that's a good pick there.
I probably had some other ones better, but I need Gardy.
How many picks do we have left?
1, 2, 3.
3.
I'm about to only have 2 after I make this pick.
All right, so a little bit of irony here. The Yankees' last World Series was the 27th World Series. Brett Gardner, who was on that team, was the 27th pick in the draft. And I'm getting word that next week it's the return of the Gardy report.
Wow.
And he will discuss being the 27th pick in the Yankee championship draft.
Wow.
Wow.
That had nothing to do with my pick of him. Let's see here.
Oh, I know. I'm getting.
I guess I'll take just because he deserves to be. So I'm going to round out my starting pitchers also, and I'm going to take David Wells.
Ew.
I mean, he does deserve to be picked. I mean, how do you?
Yeah, I know.
He does deserve
that.
it.
I was waiting for
All
him
right,
to go.
Ryan, you need a shortstop and an outfielder. And
All
then
right.
You
Well,
can
I
pick.
don't think there are any shortstops really left, but there is a Shane Spencer left.
Okay,
I'll
you
take
want
him.
Shane Spencer?
Yeah,
Okay,
give me Shane Spencer.
why not? All right. So
Throw
I
it
got
down.
back to. So I have to take my shortstop and an outfielder, and then my last pick will be my DH. So I gotta.
Can I think of the infielder?
You took Luis Soho, right?
Yes.
He's gone. All right, Luis Soho's gone. I need a shortstop and an outfielder.
Oh, I got Shane Spencer, Gio. Who's the guy who's left? That guy?
Dude, I mean, I can't in good conscience put him ahead of everybody else. So my shortstop will be my last pick. My outfielder is Ruben Sierra.
Okay, I like that.
And just because he's the only one I can think of, he really is, dude. I don't know who else I could pick to put at shortstop.
You have a shortstop already.
No, I
don't. Oh, no,
you
you didn't. Yeah, you didn't draft him as a shortstop, idiot.
I mean, we really can't draft him as a shortstop because I was not thinking that was in the spirit of fairness to put A-Rod at shortstop. I mean, you guys are gonna laugh at me, but I have to do it because there's really nobody else.
I'm probably gonna. Who is?
I know who it is. I know who it is. Ramiro Pena.
Yeah,
which he's my only guy left, but that leaves me with no one.
I got one guy left.
You're gonna have to let me draft this guy as a shortstop, even though he's only.
Oh, it's Ryan's
turn.
You
will go without a shortstop. And I think this guy, he did play shortstop. My boy, Cody Ransom.
Oh, okay. Cody
that's
Ransom.
Okay. I didn't want that fucking loser.
All right. So, Chris, how is this working? Why do I have you needing 3 picks? No, you don't need. You need 2. These are your last 2 picks here.
Last 2 picks. So,
your
as a shortstop,
you're
going to have to let me take him. He's the only other guy.
It depends.
He only played a couple games at shortstop, but he was kind of a utility guy.
Okay.
Jose Vizcaino.
Okay. No. That's good. That's fair.
He played shortstop in his career way more, just not with the Yankees.
No, that's fine. No. I thought you were gonna be like,
No.
Xavier. I thought you were gonna be like Xavier Nate. He's a shortstop.
When did Vizcaíno have that big like bunt hit? Was that in the
He was
2000?
I think he was only on the 2000.
Oh yeah,
team.
you're right.
All right, so your DHs.
And as for a DH, should I?
Ew, he sucks.
All right. I know who my DH is, man.
All right.
Big Daddy.
Yeah.
Cecil Fielder.
That's the guy.
That's
the guy. All right, Ryan. Ryan, you need a third baseman and a DH, right? How's that working? How's that work?
I thought I just got Cody Ransom.
At shortstop, didn't you?
Maybe.
I have Ryan needing 2 picks.
Ryan took Luis Soho as a third baseman, I believe.
Yeah, Knobloch's my second baseman.
Ryan, so all right, so I got your
I don't know anyone left. I got no one left.
I got your start. No, because I have 2 open spots for you, so I don't know. Make sure I didn't miss something here. Roger
what do you have
Clemens,
open? Because I've been holding.
I got
up.
Roger Clemens and
No.
David
What
Corn-
do you have open? I'm asking you.
I got third base and DH open for him.
Okay, third base. He took Luis Soho.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. Because I wrote like a fucking moron. So your DH is then who's your DH? I wrote Cody Ransom and Luis Soho in the same slot. That's why I'm looking at it
got
wrong.
no one left. How about just give me fucking this is the only name I see on here. Enrique Wilson. Did anyone get him yet?
Oh man, there was some better names.
I don't have anyone left. I didn't fucking go all out for this draft, and I don't have a fucking draft kid in front of me like you guys do.
Is that who you want? I mean,
not really. I don't have any more names left.
All right, how about this? In the spirit of fairness, I'll draft
tabs open.
I'll draft.
You draft yours, yeah.
I'll draft my DH, and then we'll get back to you, and then you can draft yours. Okay?
I guess, but it's still not going to make much of difference. But okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's a few, right? There's a few.
I know who my DH is. Jose Canseco.
Oh, that's such a fucking. I was looking at him. I'm like, I can't even put him on my list. Right. You got Gerald Williams, Chad Curtis, and the ultimate DH, the only
Ricky Leday.
No, you don't want Ricky Leday. Chili Davis.
Ooh, no, you know who I want. But see, like this is going against
or Shane Spencer.
But
no, he took Shane Spencer.
What about fucking good old Mike Lowell? He was on the team.
Yes, he does qualify.
All right, you can take him as your DH. That's fine.
Yeah, give me Mike Lowell at the D.
Wow.
Hey.
All right, so the draft is complete. If you're in the chat, I'll read off the teams, and who do you think has got the best team, and then
P could do a poll.
Glenn Allen Hill was one I was thinking.
Yeah, Glenn Allen Hill. On Twitter, Christian, I'll do graphics if you want A, B, and C with each of our
team
teams.
A, team B, team C.
I'll do graphics and we can run a poll on Twitter. Yeah, none of our names.
All right, so here's my team. My starting pitchers are CC Sabathia and Orlando Hernandez. My reliever is Jeff Nelson, catcher Joe Girardi, first base Tino Martinez, second base Mariano Duncan, third base A-Rod, shortstop Ramiro Pena, the outfield of Melky Cabrera, Darryl Strawberry, Ruben Sierra, and my DH is Jose Canseco. SGR's pitching staff is Roger Clemens, David Cohn, and John Wetland. Ooh. Behind the plate is Jose Molina. He's got Nick Swisher at first base. Slaba Knob, Chuck Knobloch is at second. Cody Ransom at third.
That's a rough infield.
It's bottom of the lineup, guys.
Luis Soho at short. Hideki, Damon, and Shane Spencer in the outfield. Mike
Solid
Bowles
outfield.
is DH. No, he might have the best DH. I mean, the best outfield overall. Chris, your pitching staff is Chinming Wonger, who slobs knobs with Chuck Knobloch. Okay. Chinming Wong,
David tongue
Wells.
twister. Say that 5 times fast. Okay.
And David Robertson. Behind the plate for you is Jim Luritz. Your infield at first is Mark Teixeira. At second is Robinson Cano. Scotty Brobro at third. Vizcaíno at short.
Good
Your
infield.
Outfield is Soriano, David Justice and Gardy, and your DH is Big Daddy Cecil Fielder. So I think we all have I think these are all pretty 3 solid teams.
Yeah.
But this was the fun of it, dude. If you could have taken Derek Jeter and Pettit and Bernie, there's not a lot of thinking involved, man. It's just like who gets to pick first. So there's a little bit of strategy involved in it. That's why I think this was a solid way to go. Okay. And next week for D-Rod, Jeopardy is back. Okay.
Oh,
boy.
hell yeah.
Hey.
No, I'm kidding.
I was trying to think who that was.
I'm winning the early vote in the poll, by the way. So
Yeah, I voted for you, Chris.
thanks. So did I.
Just kidding. I voted for no one. I didn't even know there was a poll.
Objectively, if you look at it, with Chris has got Robinson Cano, he's got a very good outfield.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's got good team. Good team. If they were all on steroids, which they were.
I mean,
Who got A-Rod?
Me.
All right, never mind. I thought Chris had A-Rod.
Yeah, I mean, I think Ryan's outfield is very good. Chris might, being
best
objective,
pitching. I have the best pitching and best outfield, so I have 2 of the 3. Go to me.
I have the best player.
Okay,
You do?
but I have the best overall team. No one's even saying my name.
Listen, I think you guys are underestimating Chien-Ming Wang. You forget how fucking amazing he was before he got hurt.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I also,
He was pretty cool.
So,
but is he slobbing knob Chuck Knobloch?
No,
I mean,
right.
well, Chucky Knob has one of the more famous moments as it was close to Aaron Hicks, a moment we will never forget. But Chuck Knobloch was a little more in your
Keith
face.
Olbermann's mom in the head when Keith Olbermann's mom was
Keith
pregnant with Keith
Olbermann. Yeah, or just Keith Olbermann. Either one. Spare his mother. Just hit him in the head with a fucking hammer.
Yeah,
maybe.
a lot of people saying Chris has the best team. So
I think
a lot of people that don't know what they're talking about in the chat.
Chris never wins any of these things. He really doesn't.
Yeah,
So,
all right, Chris.
So, I mean,
And here we go. Why don't we sign off before Christian takes over the vote?
came
Because I
prepared.
have 6 points on him now. It's
See what
starting to
happens when
close.
you prepare.
It's a close vote, man. But we'll see on the
I
Twitter.
spent 3 hours prepping for this draft.
I literally did, yeah.
I just Googled rosters.
Well, look,
Google
man.
it.
Sometimes it shows that hard work pays off. And now Christian is fucking just closed the gap.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
All right.
SGR has 11% though. 11.
Guardy.
War number
11 for Gardy. Look,
Someone
it's
say
all
hard.
tying in. It's all tying in. The return of the Gardy report next
man.
week
All
on
right.
the NYYST podcast.
We are going to
Listen,
start banging.
Okay, there you go. Fuck him to a fucking
All right.
jabroni.
I got pissed.
Oh, Ryan's got to go tinkle, so let's sign
Yeah.
off here. Okay. Again, seriously, everybody, we love you. Thank you very much for your
Okay.
continued support of the NYYST
Okay.
podcast and
Okay.
NYY News TV. You guys are honestly the fucking best, dude. We sold out the fucking Audi Club for NYY News TV Day 2023. Pete had to call the Yankees and been like, yo, listen, we need more tickets. The Yankees came through. So there are limited tickets available for NYY News TV Day 2023. If you want to go to @NYYST_podcast. The link is pinned to our profile. These tickets will not last, okay? So if you want to go, get on it right now. Please leave us a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcast. And if you're still in the chat, like this video and definitely subscribe to the channel. We want to, again, thank everybody for their continued support. Thank you very much for listening and watching episode 318 of the NYYST podcast. SGR.
Go Yanks.
Chris, say goodbye.
Peace.
Before it hits the front page.